Heyo dudes, what's up my fellas? This is your boy Mimic. So we're going to do something different. A little bit like a podcast between my fella Roma and I. Well, we're going to talk about a lot of shit, so let's enjoy.
The game
I'm
is actually
back, bitch!
okay. Okay, you speedrun like actually most of the content of Alchemy Stars, right? Because you're in chapter 6 or chapter 5.
5.5. Yes.
You're basically halfway through it.
Halfway?
Yet I am still stuck in chapter 4 with one of the bosses.
Because you're a sissy. Nah, some bosses are kind of hard. And actually, I'm slower than I thought because I'm trying to do everything with 3 stars.
Okay. No, I basically skipped over that. As soon as I got a 5-star or a 6-star, I started inverting in him or her because waifu reasons.
Reasons. Yep. Well, actually, I'm using 1 6 star that it's oof.
It
Damn
was
boy.
Karon, which one, the one you wanted, right?
No, actually, I'm using a converter class, Sariel,
Ah,
a frost user. Well, actually, my first is a 6 star, but that's another story. While I was playing the game, actually the thing that completely brought me to the thing that hooked me was the attitude of Charon. Charon is such a badass. Come on, that red button and look, I'm gonna explode. Ha! Gotcha, bitch. Look at my train, bitch. That's so cool.
do you remember the old series that Garrido used to tell us about? That was Hotel Has Been.
Yeah.
I remember like it's basically like one of the characters over there, Karen.
More or less, yeah, because remember this. Caron, the name Caron, is based on the ferryman of the death.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like in the game Others.
Not only Hades, it's mythology.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Actually, have you seen the other angels? Michael, Gabriel, Uriel,
I did
Rafael.
actually use one of the angels. I don't remember if it's Uriel, but she's the one with flowers who does kills and also converts the tiles to green.
No, no. Uriel. Well, that's an angel, yeah. But Uriel is the fire one. That one, you say it's green.
Yeah,
She. Uh-huh.
she's green. Basically, the context that you have when you chat with her via the WhatsApp thing in the game
Mhm.
is that she gives you flowers to remember the dead. And what she actually does when you talk to her in the story is that she unlocks some of the content when you talk to her why she is planting different types of flowers around the ship.
No, right. Actually, have you? Well, we already started talking much shit about about the game, but you do you have already explained it more or less what about the game?
Yeah, in the other podcast I did explain a little bit about Alchemy
Oh,
Stars, which is basically like this Gaia game with some mechanics that are still in the tile sets of the contents. You can get either buffs or debuffs in this
mm,
Gaia, but in this case what you get are combos with the characters. It's not like Final Fantasy Tactics because the move that you wear your characters has to do entirely with the color, not with just how you move over to skip over some of the interactions with the enemy so they don't attack you, they miss their attacks, or you actually like destroy the interactive things that they can hurt you more. For example, you remember there was a guy who lifts like a rock and starts throwing out little rocks, and at the end his final move is that he grabs all of the little rocks and throws you a big one.
yep. Say yep. I do remember.
That's one of the game mechanics that I really liked because if you have characters who are really good at clearing tiles, you have the chance to actually skip over like 80 or even 90% of the damage that guy is supposed to do.
Actually, it's well, that's a gimmick. Remember, every game has a gimmick. This gimmick is to destroy the obstacles to avoid extra damage. It's like the gimmick where they put a highlight of where the next attack will be. But this gimmick can be actually it's really easy if you really have like I don't know.
Candy Crush experience.
No, not that. Well, if you already made at least 10 pulls, you must have at least one detonator. Every chain attack of a detonator destroy the objects. You don't need to have the oh yeah the all the raw attack impact of special characters. No. All the detonator attacks destroy the those tiles. So
By the way, I did get actually the name of the guard that I am using.
mhm,
It's Yuria.
mm, yeah. Hmm.
What character are you actually inverting on the affinity? The love bar, if you say so.
Sariel, come on. She have a cute the cute voice. It's a soothing voice. Also, is some of her backstory is that she was scammed when she came to a city, so she don't like to trust people.
For example, you remember that Constantine is one of my favorite characters, which I unlocked like the very first minutes of the game.
Hmm.
His backstory is really fucking cool because not only he's an Eclipse side hunter, the monsters of the main game,
Hmm.
but also the
Constantine.
gun that he carries around has a little bit of story behind it. The gun is basically a weapon that he found in one of his journeys. His original owner was killed by one of the Eclipsites, and Constantine admired the determination and made that firearm his weapon. So
Oh,
he is not the original owner of that gun.
you know what? That's someone less remembered me of W of Arc Knights.
Yeah,
Remember that her grenade launcher is not hers per se. Even the name W wasn't her name. She was a nameless child, but she took the grenade launcher, and the people said, "Well, you're not new W. You're crazy. Come on, we need to what's that? Wake up, samurai, or more or less, wake up,
like the
doctor.
fuck off samurai.
Wake the fuck up, doctor. We have circus to explode."
I do feel a little bit sad about W's story because I couldn't actually like see the last chapter because I forgot to clear it. And I did get all of the main story, but there was like a side story that you unlocked ending all of the chapters. And I don't have that battle record to actually watch what happened in the very last part.
Ooh, GG.
So that one kind of hurts a little bit. The other story, which I kind of want to see how it ends, probably because I haven't been able to give it time to actually read it, was the very first one that happened when I joined Dark Knights, which was operational intelligence
Mm,
when they brought Framebringer.
yes.
I still have to read the last two chapters of that one.
Actually, you could say that I also started playing Darkness around that time. What was 2 or 3 weeks before you, and I almost lose all the story. Just I didn't lose it. Why? Because remember that later there was a you could
Update?
buy know the when they updated the stories that you can rewatch it about every cutscene that you have seen. Uh, Remember that there was some kind of records that you can buy and then exchange for
Ah, yeah, when the school
the Ursus.
of the
Yeah,
Ursus school happened.
yeah, when that traumatic event happens.
It's kind of
Yeah,
funny because Arnaitz actually made that story not only because of how it happened a little bit.
well, you see Arknights and say, ah, look, furry and fluffy and everything's happy. When you when you read the lore, it's so freaking sad.
And I do remember there was like a little bit of spoilers because they gave the spoilers from the manga of Attack on Titan when they explained what actually happened with Ymir.
Yes. Ah, come on, that's cool.
I mean, it was a really good story, I'm not going to lie. And one of the operators which I like the most, Absent, but I got her from that story for free.
So in the Ursus school, you get the sad bear, and now in the in the prison, you get the tyrant raccoon.
Basically,
I love the
no, and
personality of.
there's another sad girl that they're going to join in. You remember that I told you there was a camel girl?
Yes.
The healer with the capacity to like save a character from dying like very first, a worst healer.
Yeah, bird killers. She's also sad.
Yeah. Everyone who has like a very sad expression when you actually see their elite to art are usually that kinds of stories from what I have seen.
Ah, come, wait, dude. Gumi is sad as fuck, and she's
Yeah.
way too happy in the splash art.
Though, do you think they are going to add like any welfare operators to the alchemy stars? Because in Genshin we do not have welfare operators, but they have given out even the chance to pick among different 4 stars. You do remember the festival that we had in Liyue,
Yes.
and you had the invitation to pick up any of the 4-star characters from Liyue.
Yes, yes. They like also like Dione and Noel that they were. Those are welfare. Actually, those count as welfare. In this game, at least we have Vice. That was a welfare. It's a 5-star operator. And yes, 5-star operator
How
Aurian.
was it called, the girl
Cara-
with the lightning bolts that uses her fist that you can get with unlocking the first missions of the...
That's also a welfare. Actually, that's remember when you start play that they gave you Clifford for a login streak?
Ah, they actually gave me Clifford? I
Yes.
remember I did purchase her like when I purchased um the Torture Girl,
Quora?
Cora, and
No, that's Fitter.
also
Fitter was with Quora, not
Peter
as.
was the specialist that was with her.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
The
I remember the opposite.
No, actually, when I started playing, Clifford was a welfare operator that they um, gift with a 7-day login streak.
Ah,
Okay, to see if you have it. You have Fang, right? Everyone has Fang.
Can you
The
say the name once more?
Fang.
Fang. Ah, yeah.
3-star horse. Vanguard.
Yeah.
Okay. You have her skin?
Ah, yeah, the one with the glasses on.
Yes. At the same time, it was in the same login streak Clifford.
Oh. So they have given not only like a free character for 5 stars, but they also gifted the skin because of the event with the WWF.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool, right?
Yeah, in Genshin we have like also, for example, Barbara, which was one of the very first welfare
Welfare operator,
units that you
yes.
can get, and also you got the free skin right now in the event of the Apple Archipelago.
Mm. Golden Apple Archipelago.
Ah, yeah, it's golden.
Golden experience, bro. Remember, Bakudan. Come on, you're a JoJo fan.
No,
You
I
should
am.
you should remember the golden experience in the Golden Apple Archipelago with the fucking Big Mama explosion.
I do remember. The thing is that I am a little bit troubled because, for example, when you see the skins over here in Arnites, they are skins that are affordable that you can get by unlocking content in the game
Yeah.
because you get the original frames. And they are not expensive even though you have the 15 and the 18 gap price, which is basically like the base skin and then the skin with extra effects, for example, the Battle Operators one. The one that I really like from Executor, which basically he looks like Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yeah, that looks cool.
I really like those skins. I do get that there's not that much technology that you have to actually do for the skin to actually look that good in Arnites, but I still feel like $50 for a skin in Genshin Impact costs like a goddamn ball because you have, for example, in League of Legends, skins that look way too fucking good, and the most expensive ones that have like over 16 different effects and that kind of thing are around 25 USD, not 50.
Mm, yes,
And
and
the premise
also
of the game is basically the same. It's free to play like the Genshin Impact.
yes, yes, and also no. Remember, people need money. Eh, eh,
Talking about money, did you see that Mihoyo actually sued one of the leakers in China?
yes,
That it was over 70,000 USD dollars?
yes. Actually, I think that's karma.
I mean, in this case, he actually signed a contract and that kind of thing. So legally, he has like everything to lose because when you sign a contract and you do not actually acknowledge what you don't need to do and what you need to do, then well, they have the right to own you.
Well, come on, Mihoyo said it. I will have order.
Yeah.
Come on! Geo Daddy Morax. I'm a fucking mountain boy. In Liyue is based in China. And in that game is, look, contracts are important. If you break a contract, I break your legs. So
Basically.
the leakers sign a declaration of non-disclosure information. Bro, of course they're gonna get sued. Sooner or later that was gonna happen. But yeah, look, I am a beta tester of the game. No, alpha tester of the game. And look, I have information that I can leak. No, brother, you can't do that.
Wait. By any chance, did you see the sign-ups video today with Jankos?
No, brother. Nope. Actually, I haven't seen signups.
Okay. You remember that Jankos, a professional player from League of Legends from Russia,
Yep.
has a very bad reputation for making leaks of the content of their own company?
Yes.
Okay, he received a box from Polo, the Polo company from t-shirts.
Uh-huh.
He opened it in stream.
Ooh.
The box had a letter in it. It had nothing else in there. And the letter said, Did you really think, Jankos, that we're going to let you expose anything else in your streams? We're going to give you what is actually inside in the 22 of this month. So take care, Jankos. Love, Polo. He
Damn!
got owned in the stream.
Yes! Yes! Come on! All the leakers. Actually, I like the content of the leakers sometimes because, well, that's a sneak peek. But one thing is a sneak peek, like a trailer, like a little interaction.
Yeah, for
A
example,
little,
that is
a
what
little.
that League of Legends usually does. They do not reveal the champion, but they reveal like an area or something that happens to be around that character.
Exactly. Come on. Well, okay. I like to see the like. Whoa, nice splash art. Nice art of the new character. Like some details, like some a little bit of backstory. But no, they say, look, I have the new champion, the new character, the new operator. I'll have the skills, all the animations, all the voices, oh everything before even the character has been announced. That's bullshit. Come on, that's bullshit. Yes, this is a part of the salt.
Yeah, I do believe it's also bullshit. The only thing that I, for example, like feel really bad of it is you see that they leaked Val, the Raiden Shogun from Honkai Impact, which is coming to Genshin Impact.
Yep.
The base model for the character is basically a reskin model in purple for one of the NPCs you find in the UE. And since it's just basically that a reskin from one of the NPC's characters, you kill most of the hype that people will have for the character because it's not even like finished properly the model of the character.
Ah, well, that or maybe Mihoyo is like, no bitches, no more. Look, this remember Val? Yes. Remember that sudden reskin character? Yes, that's not it. Well, the example, Ayaka. How many months Ayaka was
Like
leaked up?
like 8, I believe, because the game got like a half anniversary like 2 months ago, and since we got the expansion from the Golden Archipelago, I believe it has been like a little bit over 2 months.
I remember more or less at November, more or less, that look, this is Ayaka. This is going to be in the next in one of the next banners. I was like, bro, that looks great. And actually, I was like, yeah, I want her. And suddenly, well, when is the Ayaka banner? Not now, not now, not now. And now it's like, yeah, Ayaka, right? I still want her, but I'm not hyped anymore.
Yeah,
The
and
leaks
for example,
killed
one
the
of
hype.
the yeah, and for example, one of the other leaks that was basically like, okay, we're going to hype the fuck out of that character, and that hype actually like made me roll for that character was Hu Tao.
Come on,
I got overhyped because so many people were like, no, I want my Megumin waifu to talk to me. And I got so overhyped from all of the videos that I was like, I don't even want the fucking character, and she's not even in one of the main teams that I can actually join in. Okay, fuck it. Since I am also overhyped for the wife, I'm going to roll for it.
yes,
And I did actually got her, which made me really fucking happy because right now she's one of my best DPS in the game. And she's
I,
also like very fucking broken, like Ganyu.
bro. I wanted Hutao because the voice, the
The voice.
character, the personality, everything. And now I have to get Mona. I like Mona, but that was a dupe. And then, oh yes, look, Kia Scadi, I mean, Kia Eula, o sea, Eula, come on. The highest damage dealer of the game. I was like, yeah, give me, yes, give me. No,
She was
here,
Octavia, right?
no, bro. It was like, you want Eula? What about a frozen lolly?
Ah, you got Kiki.
Yes. Sad thing. The voice actress of Eula is one of my favorite ones, Rina Sato. bro, I was hyped not so much for the Eula, not the damage. I I was hyped because for the voice, and also hyped because of movements. If a character has a moveset, not a supreme skill that deals a lot of damage. No, 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 no. The moveset animation that you can say, "Mwah, amazing." That's the kind of character I want. In example, Morax, Shongi. He has
Yeah, yeah.
he has all the swag that he needs. That's
And even the English voice actor did a really fucking good job for it because you have the sexy voice in Japanese and then you have like the I want you to actually marry me daddy in English.
and he will have order. That's
Where are those to share the memories, Mimic? I have to
bro.
hit you back on that on one at least.
Yes. Yeah. Now there are some voice actors that are amazing. Actually,
And
I was looking at this. Have you seen the Bilibili videos or well, on YouTube about the Chinese voice actors singing?
I did see like two or three. From the characters that I have seen singing is Tartaglia for the English voice actor and also the
Ah,
Chinese voice actor because they
ah,
seem to be like very most alike. Reverendo Desvergue.
come on, that job, the Tartaglia voice actor, bro. His his parody of Rasputin with Tartaglia, bro. That was amazing. Nah,
And the other one that I have seen singing a little bit is also the voice actress for Ether. No, Lumin, the Traveler.
yes. Well, you want to, actually in the Chinese voice actors, they have released a lot of in character uh, singing. So, like, look, it's Klee. She's singing
Yeah, like
about
the
blowing
character
stuff.
voices when they do like the stand-up songs from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Many of the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure have done a lot of songs for like the actor characters.
Yes, but what I mean is that like uh, Xiao, the Xiao voice actor, he also voices Chongyu in Chinese. Remember, each voice is different,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like he's singing and his character is Xiao. Well, he's singing like Xiao, talking mad shit like Xiao and singing like Xiao. And suddenly it's like, look, now it's an intro song of Chongyun. Here comes Chongyun, and then goes Paimon. All the actors are doing songs in Chinese and Japanese with their character voice. That's amazing. That's cool.
One of the things that I do feel very bad about it because the Chinese community can be almost as toxic like Twitter fanbase can be sometimes is that you did watch the WhatsApp when I told that they are going to remove the voice actress for Platinum.
Well, that's. Remember that their people are a little bit closed up, and there are things that you can't say about many things, especially about a certain place that I'm not gonna tell because if someone get a hold of it, we're gonna be cancelled automatically. Okay, this is a the visit of a temple was not liked very much by the company because like we were at war, and I don't like that you think one thing, something bad for us is good for the people, and that happens. I also don't like the idea of the or to remove the voice actress for not only one game, all the games that related.
That are related to.
Yep, Azur Lane also have removed all the voices of the actress.
My point was a little bit more like there can be two type of fans when you do that type of action, especially to voice actors, because you have the people from the MiHoYo company over here in the United States, where they actually cared when they heard that the seiyuu for Paimon in the English VA got COVID,
Yes.
and they basically were sending like his best regards and that kind of thing, and the fan base was like very wholesome of what happened, and they were trying to even send like monetary help and that kind of things. And you can also have the other side of the coin, which is like a more toxic community of different parts of the world. It's not entirely only to Asia or that kind of thing. It can happen anywhere, where they say no, it's not the same voice actor. And they, for example, you remember Attack on Titan, that they were even sending death threats to the voice actress of Mikasa?
Yep.
I mean that kind of opinion, that the fan base can be like very biased. You can
Uh,
have either the good side or the bad side.
that's in every place. Look at the Undertale fans.
Yeah, from my perspective, they stay toxic. They do not stay like very great persons that you can actually improve on them. No, it's just like most of them are
Toxic.
bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh huh. But now you see the Undertale fans. Now you see the Borderlands fans and say, bro, those guys are a joke.
Yeah,
They
and
love
for example,
they love cheesy lines. They love bad jokes. They are funny people that you want to look at what's the next stupid thing they're going to do. You can expect something funny, no, not expect cringe. Two sides of the coin.
yeah. And by the way, did you actually know that they are going to animate a whole movie by the same studio that did the games?
Yes, actually, it's going to be a live action movie of the Borderlands franchise, and this one almost gave me cancer. They're gonna do an animated series of Final Fantasy IX.
Ah, yeah, also that.
that the cringe and the and the cancer is gonna hurt a
Well,
lot.
we also had another two continuations for a series. Castlevania is going to have a continuation from the
That's
daughter of Belmont,
that's a good idea. That's nice.
and the other second idea, which is actually like really well done. You remember Cuphead?
Yes.
They're going to animate basically the whole game into a show.
No, that's something nice. That's something funny.
From the deal teasers that they made, the animation is going to be the same like everyone loved from the base game.
Nice handmade animation. Hand draw. Yes.
Speaking of animation, by any chance, do you actually have played any digital card games that have animation in the cards? Because they also have like they use for each of the cards, and you have a lot of things that you can unlock. Not only for the main card treating it like a waifu, but you can actually discover like a little bit of interactions, like in Legends of Runeterra, where each and every one of the cards has voice lines over another card that is entering the battlefield, or when someone departs from the battlefield.
You know what? I'm gonna beat your ass because yes, I have played many of that, like Shadowverse. I didn't like it, but this is a game from my time, brother. Have you ever heard about Digimon?
Yeah, I think
Okay,
everyone is.
okay. Digimon from PlayStation 1. Digimon Card Battle 2 Rumble Arena.
Okay.
Those have look like yes, I have my Digimons. They are cards. I drop an Agumon and suddenly an Agumon pop off the cards. The card is still in the screen, but there
But you have a 3D model character of Agumon.
yes, talking shit about everything. Oh yeah, you played some cards. Yes, that's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be. Oh, come on, shut the freak up. Yes, I have played one. Well, if you said you have already played that, yes, and that was almost
11 years
more
old.
or less like 17 years ago, my brother. Yes, I'm old as fuck.
I do remember like actually trying to play Shadowverse. I did enjoy some of the stories. I did not pass all of them. From my stance, I actually really enjoyed the story from the Count Dracula, which was not Count Dracula, but was basically a fucking ageless vampire that was fighting for his life for like over 100 years.
That's
And the
Dracula in a
second story
nutshell.
that I really liked was also the girl that had her parents die in front of her, and she was a necromancer, and she was trying to bring back his parents from death.
Yeah.
Those were the two stories that I enjoyed the most. In total, I only played 5 of them, which was the main protagonist, which was a combination of Jace from Magic the Gathering, because he's not only from another world like a planeswalker, he also came back in time.
That's Jace.
And the second character that I did play the story but I did not finish it is the one that I introduced you with, which is the first, the archer girl that is looking for her girlfriend that got kidnapped by the monsters.
Hmm.
The elf.
Yeah, but as I said, I didn't like it very much.
No, I
The
don't
game.
also like the base story. The base story for me was like, okay, this is a cliche and I can stay for it, but there's not much improvement over the character of what I played. For example, even Urian, which I believe was the name for the vampire, was the same character at the start and at the end of the story, because not only he was trying to find a worthy opponent to fight because he was bored as fuck of being alive,
Mm-hmm.
but his whole story was that not only did he find out that fighting out a replica of what he thought was one of the greatest heroes from history was for him like just boring at the end. He does find a little bit of self accomplishment when the story ends because he says, okay, so if no one is going to be the fucking main hero of this story, then I'm going to be it because I'm fucking bored of being a villain. And from that standpoint, you even see that it's a little bit funny and interesting, even though the character stays the same, that he's fucking cocky, he's grievous, and also, even though he could fight anyone and kill him, he's not your typical bad evil guy, which only does what he wants. He wants to find a worthy opponent, and if he does not seem he is worth it, he's going to be let him alive. It's a villain that you can kind of like.
More or less, more or less. But come on.
For example, which one was your favorite story from Shadowverse? Or did you not actually play the stories?
No, I didn't play the stories. Actually, didn't like. I told you I didn't like that much the game.
Okay, okay.
I know that you were bitching like for like 5 6 days. Like, bro, play the game. No, I don't want it. Bro, play the game. Wait, bro, play the game. Come on, dude. I'm doing other things.
Well,
Uh,
I
uh,
did bitch like 2 months.
yes, but I'm saying like 6 days in a row that you were at 12 a.m. No, not 8 p.m. in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was finally asleep and suddenly, "Brr, hey, bro, Mimic, play the game. Shut the fuck up, bro. I want to sleep. I'm not a vampire like you. I'm a mimic. But bro, come on, let me sleep. Remember, even Angel told you to shut the fuck up in the night.
Yeah.
Remember that. Remember that.
And I have been trying to not actually do that anymore because I do like to send memes in 4 a.m. in the morning. It's when
3.
I find the most, how is it called? The most fresh ones.
Bro, you are the meme of the 4 a.m. in the morning.
Like
But
Patricio. But
yeah. Yeah, like hate freak. But more or less, there are some funny memes that you found.
By any chance, since you do not actually play the game, did you watch the anime?
It's an anime?
Because it actually got an anime, and I remember Ray was telling us like, "Hey, that game that Roman was talking about is finally getting an anime. I'm going to watch it." And he did watch the anime, but he said it was not the greatest. I did watch it after he told me it was not the greatest because I was like, okay, they have to adapt over 10 stories for the anime. Which one of them they actually animate? They animated the story for Jace, which is like the main protagonist because he's the one who is actually like the true ending of the game. The story for the elf, which was the most mediocre one in my opinion.
Mhm.
And they also adapted the story of the lover of the main hero, which is it's a sorceress like Lisa in Genshin Impact,
Uh-huh.
but her ability is to be able to predict things that are going to happen. She does not read the time like the other guy does who travels in time, but she has the ability, like an astrologist, to prevent what is going to happen in a certain place.
So it's a mona.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Those were the first stories that they animated. If they animated the story for the little girl or for the vampire, I will say the show will have been like at least 2 times better.
maybe.
Not
Maybe.
only because of personal bias, but mm, you don't know, like so many stories that are being made out that are more realistic have usually divorces of like very bad parental relationships, and it hurts a little bit more personal and close to home because many people experience that. They are not always like the hero of the story if you live your daily life. Uriel
Uh,
is the main hero of the story, and you also have the girl who has like all of the traumas and things that happen that are way more interesting than the love story that you have in the other parts.
uh, right. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll take my time later. Later because I have a lot of gacha games right now. Fuck it.
No, I also do remember that I didn't like any gacha games whatsoever. From my perspective, I only like really tried it after you told me like, hey, Arknights is a really fucking good game. And I watched like over 20 of my feed videos in my entry in YouTube that were like, you need to play Arknights. And I was like, okay, I'm going to fucking install it. How do I install it? Because I saw it was not in the Play Store. And then I messaged you guys and I basically downloaded it.
Yes. Actually, uh, I told you right that I started playing Arknights
In
because I
Canada.
no, not in Canada. After remember and after uh, coming back
Mhm.
because I was like I'm depressed. I'm still angry. I'm still troubled. I saw some funny memes in Canada about Darknet. I don't know why big, but I arrived in Canada, opened my Facebook, and there was like 19 memes of Darknets in the first two screens. Like, what? I don't know what this, but it looks cool. And there you go. I got happy. I felt amazing after playing the game because, come on, it's a real good game with good story, good feelings, and the rates are amazing.
Yeah, not like Fate Grand Order, for example.
Come on, bro. 500 pulls, 600 pulls, and don't
With
get
the story
the
you told me of your
uh,
friend, and
and
I feel very sad about it.
and he didn't get a single 5-star servant, not even one. After 500 pulls, 600 pulls.
And yeah, for example, also if we prioritize that to like real life aspects, for example, you remember when we used to go to the pre-releases for Wizards of the Coast game, what's
For
called?
Magic,
Magic
yes.
Gathering.
MTG, see?
And usually we had like 2 or 3 friends because it was basically 1, 2, 3. It was like 7 or 6 of us, and from the 6 or 7 of us, only one got like a mythic card from the whole box that was for a pre-release.
Yeah.
And even after that, we were playing when I first started the expansion of Curse of Innistrad. And one of the most bullshit things that you could actually get was a mythic card that was only worth like $10 or $5 because it was the 13-13-3.
Ah, yes, I remember
The
that.
one that got lucky, that expansion was Polo. You remember that Polo got the card with Mikhailus?
Ah, yes, he got
And that
Mikhail.
was the mythic card that was actually worth it. But I don't remember who was exactly, but one got the mythic card for the 13-13-3, which no one wanted.
Actually, do you remember the card Dead Shadow?
That's
The the 13-13 that goes 1 mana, 1 black, but it has a debuff of
but it has minus counter based on the life of an opponent, right?
no, minus X with your life.
You have to pay your life. Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. When it appeared in the first side, uh, in the first of Syndicate, um, do you know how much it was worth? 15 cents.
Mm, like a common, basically.
Worse than a basic. Because everyone's like, how I'm gonna use a 13-13 that drops that drops in the map dead. Oh right. After I think 7 or 8 after the gods, after the expansion of the gods, that same card was valued at least $40 because of the new combos.
Yeah, that card came out and actually made the combo possible.
Bro, I played Shadows of the Dead so many times without those bullshit cards that appeared later. And bro, I played like a boss with that card because I found how to play it. I like it to use non-meta things and they work it. But no,
Yeah,
this card is not meta. We're not gonna use it and we're gonna burn it because bullshit.
yeah. For example, I also remember that Angel also did that with the Hilvan Primordial, which everyone of us fucking hated, even though the card was not played anywhere else because Angel made that card work
Ah
as
yes.
intended.
Yep. No, better than intended, bro. He made uh he made a deck revolving around it, and bro, it hurts. Horizon Zero Down in 270 varos.
Which is basically like 10 USDs. No, 15. At least
No,
15.
12 $12.
12?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I need to see because I like that. I like RPGs, but that's outside of the scope of this uh, podcast.
Yeah, more or less, but we can talk about it a little bit later. By any chance, did you actually play the Legends of Runeterra?
Yesn't.
I guess you only played like 1 or 2 games with the base starter kits that they give you.
The thing that I played was the intro. The like, yeah, look, mm, fuck it, don't like it. Come on. I I I I believe that the game has potential, but it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, and for example, one of the other things that I remember, for example, that really sold me in the game is that one of the characters that you could actually play, that were the heroes of the game that you can actually buy from the cards, was in it in the very start of the game.
Mm,
And even though the animations have improved a lot over time,
yep.
most of the things that you actually find in the game have improved by a lot, and even the starter cards seem like they require a rework, even though the game is not older than a year.
Dude.
For example, by any chance, if you can, like, just watch the level up animations for the characters, like in this latest expansion. For
Mhm.
example, Cillian, which is one of the characters that I really like in League of Legends, but his base model looks like shit. You see his level up animation in the Legends of Runeterra card game, and it looks way better than you would imagine like a visual rework would look like. And then you compare it to level up animation from the very first characters that came out, for example, Garen, Darius, or Miss Fortune,
Mhm.
who have very base animations that are only supposed to be like just to get the hangout of what the character is going to do,
Mhm.
and it hurts to watch because there happens to be a Shuriman expansion where you do not only have like a level up, you have two level ups because you are also ascended. That's the gimmick of the Shurimans.
Mhm.
You basically get to watch a whole cinematic for 2 minutes if someone plays a Shuriman deck against you and it's more than turn 10. The
Lol.
animation are so fucking long and so fucking beautiful that they last that long.
Lol.
Like, for example, you remember that there was also a game that I really liked Polo, which was Hearthstone,
Yes.
and one of the most bullshit combos that happened in that game in professional play that most people, even the stream watchers, were very annoyed by was a card that was like a Cthulhu. I don't remember the exact name, but it was when they gave like the expansion of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And the card basically did all of the prior effects that happened via casting spells in the game repeat in random order.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the idea was to watch like a
A
card
second.
do effects
BRB.
for 20 or 15 minutes. Sorry, you were saying? Sorry, you were saying, Mimic? Ah, okay. But yeah, basically that was the idea. You had to watch like a card doing the same thing over and over and over again for like 10 minutes. And it was not something that you could skip over the effects, that you just could click on to skip over the effects. It was basically a way to hold your turn as long as possible for the other player to get frustrated. The other thing that I also remember that was very frustrating from those types of games is that sometimes when you have cards like the Shadow that you could actually buy out, since it's a digital card game, you don't have to pay as much for that card like in other games. And the main thing about it is that since you can actually buy the cards that are in the meta, and there's no issue with it since it's a digital card game and the copies are basically infinite, you could be playing against the top tier decks all the time because most people will say like, hey, I want to increase just my win rate, and that's basically it. I do not know like any other way to play besides winning. And that's part of the toxicity that can come in with card games. Because there's people who try to make original combos of that kind of thing, where they do not get the same effort they will put in the deck as someone who will just say like, okay, that's the most strong deck right now in the meta. I'm going to copy the code for it, replicate it, and basically I'm going to play that deck now from onwards. what I really like about that type of people is that when you get paired with someone who is trying to do something original, you get the chance to actually play with that type of people. The matchmaking in the how it's called, Legends of Runeterra, and also the digital card game that Wizards of the Coast did, which is Magic the Gathering Online. No, I think it's just Magic Online. Magic Online has a system where if you play only red aggro decks, meaning you only play like cards that are red and are focused to attack very early in the game, you are only going to get paired with that same style of decks. For example, if you play decks that are supposed to control your opponent, which are red and blue or white and black, you get paired with people who are trying to actually play that type of decks also. That's one of the systems that I really enjoyed about the matchmaking in those types of games. Only when you get a certain MMR, that's when you play ranked and that kind of type of games where you get rewards based on how long you can last. Then you get what is decks that are being used not only in the meta play but also in the professional play. Because not everyone who is playing in the meta is also playing the cards who the professionals are trying to actually improve over the expansions. Because there's people who just put their efforts to play the best they can, and there are persons who actually memorize the cards and play because they remember what the effects of the cards does and what they are going to be usually playing against. It's a different type of format that can help a lot with it. By the way, Mimic, you're still there, or I think he had to go, but I do not know exactly because he didn't actually mute his microphone. The other thing that I also remember that was happening also with that kind of card games is that when you have the chance to actually improve something, you will feel like sometimes you were putting the step over your own progress because when the new expansion came in, if you do not have the enough resources to actually buy the new packet cards and that kind of thing, it will get obsolete because in Magic the Gathering you have different formats because the game is over 25 years old. All of the cards that were released in the very start of the game are in a different format of the game than what you will find in the base game. For example, right now in Legends of Runeterra, you have the singleton, which is basically one card of each, which is trying to say, hey, make an original content and play with other creators of decks that you want to play with. And you have the tournament mode, which they basically see an entire deck and they can ban it out so you don't play with it. And the casual play, which I like very much, which is play wherever the fuck you want and try to win. It's okay if you lose, you are still going to get progression in your missions. If you win, you get a little bit more faster progression, but it's not like a big difference between losing and actually doing the missions. And the other most that I really enjoyed about it is the labs, the laboratories that are trying to bring out new game modes for it. Usually the new game modes imply different kind of strategies, different enemies, and there's also like a roguelike mode that they have been implementing over 4 or 5 years that it seems like it's very well developed. But yeah, I guess that's basically the end of this. Um, if you guys want, you can actually click on the art box. That is one of the illustrations that I have on the channel, and it sends you back to the link of Mimic Create channel. His channel is called Mimic Create. I'm going to put that link in it right now in the text chat in case you want to go over there if you do not have the chance to actually click on it because you are on what's it called? On a mobile device. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to actually talk to him if he can, like once a week, so we can actually do some content. His channel is mostly in Spanish because basically my idea is to actually do a channel in English, and his channel has a base following of Latin American viewers. So yeah, if you guys want to, you can join him in. So that will be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and well, I will see you next week. Take care. A ver,
Ah,
ahí está. Si es que básicamente ahorita la idea que estoy haciendo Arizona, güey, es de que estoy
ujú.
intentando hacer como que un estilo podcast en inglés, donde
Hey,
pues
nice.
pongo a platicar de cosas al azar. Y ya a final de cuentas, como había estado hablando solo como por los últimos 4 capítulos, dije, voy a intentar ayudar un poco las cosas, güey, para intentar invitar a un amigo para platicar. Y pues aquí que está conmigo, Mimi, que es un amigo que tengo desde hace un chingo de tiempo con el que juego Velocito. De hecho, estabas en el server de él y luego te
Conozco,
corrieron después de unas partidas de Among Us, güey. Ese men.
Simón, sí me acuerdo.
Y a final de cuentas, dentro del desmadre, no sé si se desconectó algo, pero pues básicamente no se echó mute ni nada, güey. Ya a final de cuentas, la idea es de que pues las transmisiones han estado jalando un poquito de gente, pero no en live. Haz de cuenta que en live no tengo espectadores. Pero he estado checando y te acuerdas que te decía que las campañas de Dungeons and Dragons tenían un chingo de views después de que las streameábamos, de gente que le hacía
Ujú.
replay.
Oh, ¿en serio? Nice.
Sí, tenemos como. Es más, déjame te enseño, güey. Mimic Crate.
No está en mi compo, me acabo de levantar, así que ahorita puedo checar las
¡Morro!
estadísticas aquí.
Bueno, básicamente te mando ahorita captura de pantalla esas madre. Ve,
Ujú.
las vistas que tenemos de los de Dungeons and Dragons es 7 y 18. Entonces, o sea, la parte 3 y la parte 4 de D&D
18 personas
tiene
pudieron
muchas
ver a dos.
visualizaciones encima para realmente hacer un contenido diferente de lo que yo hacía, que era pues, jugar videojuegos, ese estilo de cosas así normal, ¿no?
Me va haciendo gracioso que
Casi nunca
18
había
personas
tenido
hayan
ese estilo
querido
de
ver esto.
visualizaciones encima de las otras cosas de los streams. Y ahorita si te fijas, a las otras que no tienen tanto contenido adentro, porque pues básicamente es un slideshow de imágenes que tengo de un chingo de artistas distintos, mientras que yo estoy hablando de fondo platicando de X o Y cosa con algo de música,
Ujú.
tienen demasiadas visualizaciones encima, güey, como para que, o sea, no esté jalando. Ve, el stream, uno que hice que fue el de para platicar, que
Okay, chavos, ladies, gents. Look like we're gonna stop it right now for a while, and we'll later come back for more podcasts like rambling between two or more idiots, meaning my friends. Well, this is your boy Mimic. We'll see. We'll see later what we do. Maybe some gameplays. No, I don't know. Do you want gameplays in Spanish? That's more like what I do most of the time. Or maybe we're going to start doing it in English because, well, there are more people in the English community. Well, GG boys. Catch you later. Bye.